Hello there, my name is Bob Morgan. I'm the CEO of VOB International, a national training company based specifically for the automotive industry. About 25 years or so ago in this business, I was on a steering committee, internet steering committee for Toyota Motor Sales, and the very first thing that they told us in the meeting was, with the advent of the internet and how quickly it's coming, two things are going to happen. You've got to get on the internet and you've got to change or you're going to die. The internet's going to change the automotive industry forever. And did it? Sure, it changed it some. It absolutely did. But if we don't change, are we going to die? And we hear that so much that now that every time we go to a conference, they put out some new shiny objects, or they tell us, they give us the stories about how businesses haven't changed and they've died. We decide that that's what we're going to do. That's the next best thing. There's so many programs out there, and it's one of the reasons that the training industry, the phones, internet, sales process is a billion-dollar industry, multi-billion-dollar industry. And I'm here to tell you, yes, we do need to change. Are we going to die? There's many ways to accomplish this. There are a lot of businesses out there in this industry who do things the same way they did 25 years ago. And we keep saying we're going to change or we're going to die, and yet we keep doing things the same way. Now, sure, we've changed our internet process because we have to answer leads. But we keep teaching the same processes to our salespeople, and what happens? Customers say they hate it, so they negotiate, we negotiate, the next thing you know, we're all negotiating and margins go down. Now, I've digressed off of what I want to talk about, but is it at this time, do we have to change or we're going to die? Sure, we need to change. No, we're not going to die. But is it the processes? And our salespeople now plug and play? I don't believe that's the case. And I think we have a program that we have instituted in many dealerships over the years, and ones that I've run and watched the sales staff go from average to good to great to outstanding by using this process. Now, do you still need to have processes in place? Do you still need to train? Sure, you need to do all of that, but that's not what this is about. What we've designed and what we help with is to give managers and leaders an understanding of what they have to do with their salespeople to help take them up the next step. And it isn't beat them up because they didn't answer the phone right. Now we need to train and we need to focus specifically on each one, and our program helps you do that, helps you to understand why it is that they do what they do. Now, if you look back at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of the year, you probably set your forecast for the year, how many units you were going to do, and I've written up here 150 as a forecast, just using that as a number. Now, I don't know what your forecast was. It could be 50. It could be 300. The good thing about this program is it works with 2. It works with 50. It doesn't matter. As long as your managers are committed to doing what we can lay out in this 2-hour, 3-hour program that we've put together. If you go back to the dealership and ask your managers or your sales staff what their goals are, you add them up, they come up to about that normally. So they're going to be about 30 or 40% more than what you've got. It'd be nice if they hit that, but what does that mean? Doesn't really mean much, because your goals, now your managers put a lot of time into it, I'm sure, but that kind of time does not go into setting goals with your staff. Normally it's one of two ways, and I'll run through this really quick. You meet with your manager because you know you're going to get asked in the meeting, what's your goal? Well, my goal's 12. Well, last month he sold 8, and this month he's going to sell 12. So he's going to have a 50% increase. Why did he tell you it was 12? because that's what you wanted to hear. His goal really isn't at 12. Inside his head, he's thinking, I sell 8 cars, I make $3,000. That pays my bills. I can buy diapers. I can do this. I can do that. That's what my goal is. I need to do that so I can take care of my wife and kids, because that's most important to me. When I wake up in the morning, that's what I want to do. I want to succeed bad enough that I can buy diapers and milk and a lunch. Those are the things that are important to me. But I'm going to tell you my goal is 12 when it isn't really. So how many of your salespeople, when they set their goals up like this, actually reach their goals? According to Pareto's principle, it's 20%. So the other 80% do not reach their goals. Their goals are meaningless, and the motivation to hit them is a myth. The other way we set up goals is this. Okay, you've been doing 8, your closing rate's 25%, and now this isn't necessarily a bad way to set up a goal, but again, it comes to the point that it probably means nothing to the salesman, because regardless of what you get told, you think back about this over your career, statistics when you're a salesman don't motivate you. Statistics don't motivate you. That you close 25% of your customers, that doesn't motivate you. What motivates you is that you close the guy that's in front of you right now, isn't it? So you break this down, and they sold 8 last month. There's 25% closing rate. And I'm using some easy numbers, but okay, he wants to set his goal at 12, and he closes 25%. That's 48 customers. There's 26 selling days, 4 of them he's off, so there's 22. He's got to talk to 2.2 people per day. Well, that's easy, Bob. You can talk to 2.2 people today. So every day you need to find a way to talk to 2.2 people. And you'll get to 12. Well, does he believe he can get to 12? I'm going to guess not. I'm going to guess that he does not. So you set the goal, and again, Pareto's principle kicks in. 20% reach their goal and 80% do not. What would happen if you switched that so that 80% hit their goal? It's possible to do that. And with our program, you can. With our program, you can do it. You look at your top guys, and let's say they sell 15 cars. And they set an objective for themselves that this month they want to sell 17. They know what their goal is, but are they basing it off of their closing rate's 30% and they got to talk to 3 people a day? And so every day they're looking at that. How many people did you talk to? No, they're not. And if you think they are, you're kidding yourself. Now we've all set up standards that they have to make 20 calls a day and 10 of this and 15 of that, and at the end of the day they have to do their checkout, and so they fake it. Most of your really good salespeople are smart enough to fake it. They can do this. They can work your dealer socket. They can work your CRM so it looks like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing and they're selling 17 cars a month, what do? Do you fire them? Most places would not. So they set their goal up at 15, 17. Now I'm not saying that you should not check out every night and look at what they've done for the day, but it should be a very positive, ongoing, what's the word I'm looking for? Experience for the salesperson, so that he wants to do it, so that he sees some value in it. But that's a whole another training session. So why would you this guy is going to sell 17, and is he going to do it? Probably. He's in the 20% that hit his goal. So if you get 20 salespeople, 20% hit their goal, 4 of them hit their goal, that equals 8 extra units for the month. The other 16 don't hit their goal. Now they get all excited once in a while when they do, and we put up a spiff and we do all sorts of things. But how do we take this guy and get 25% more out of them, because that 8-car salesperson is so valuable to your dealership. How do we get 25% more out of the 16 instead of the 4? Our program will help you do that. It will help your sales managers understand what they need to do based off of a lot of programs, a lot of principles that we already understand, but we have to commit ourselves and we have to make the decision. That's what we're going to do. We draw the line down the middle of the room. We step over it. This is our career. This is what we're going to do. And if you will do it and believe that it's going to happen, you'll get 20 to 25% increase in the first month. Again, my name is Bob Morgan. Call me 801-633-8252. We'd love to show you what we can do. 2 or 3 hours with your managers, with your staff, can change their lives. Now, I'm not focused on any of your processes. Those are yours. But the beginning must be this. And they must make the decision that's what they're going to do, and we help them do that. Please feel free to get in touch with us. Again, my name is Bob Morgan, Bob at VOB International, 801-633-8252. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Hope to talk to you very soon. And remember, you're always in the right place at the right time if you have the right attitude. Look forward to talking to you. Thank you.